Hello and welcome to Rolling with Reviews. I'm Will, and with me as always is my queen bee.
Aw, Sarah.
And today we're doing a review of Propolis. Now if you're curious about our two-player perspective and accessibility, check out our other video, Rolling with Two, Propolis. Sarah, tell us a bit about this game.
All right. This is a worker placement, area control, and tableau building game. Players are competing medieval bee colonies and take turns deploying worker bees to collect pollen, fortify their positions, and construct their hives to appease their queen. Once a player has 10 structures, the end of the game is triggered. After everyone has an equal number of turns, the player with the most victory points wins. All right, Will, so where did we get this?
So when we were backing the Kickstarter for Point Galaxy, we saw this on there, and we do like to check out other flat-out games. So we went for the bundle and picked it up.
Yep, and here we are. So what do we like about it?
So it is neat to have a theme around bees making a queendom. So that's fun. And we also thought that the way they handled a area majority mechanic without it being a traditional, I own all this stuff and therefore I win, was interesting. So we really wanted to check that out.
It flows, because a lot of area control, it's build up, build up, build up, and then you get to the end of the game and you see who won. Some games will have little like resolutions throughout the game, but I liked how this one was whoever got to the majority
gets a little bonus.
Gets a little bonus, but then it clears off.
Yeah.
And so you get to try again.
Yeah, and it pushes the game forward because then it refreshes the landscape cards.
Right. So it's handled in a different way because it has a different purpose than area control is usually used in other games.
Yeah, so we wanted to see that in action.
Yeah.
And we liked it.
And we do. Now,
it's slow, but we liked it.
Yeah, at a two-player count, it's not the fastest. It might be better at higher player counts. Unfortunately, that's kind of it for what we liked about the game.
Yeah.
So what we don't like is, well, other than that area control, it kind of feels like other games we've played, and it doesn't do much better.
Right. It's like, oh, well, here you built a building and now you get a permanent resource. Okay, we've seen that in Splendor. We've seen that in Gizmos. We've seen that in a number of games.
Yeah, a lot of tableau building games. You are gaining resources to make something that's has a permanent effect.
Yeah. Less expensive buildings will give you something more immediate, like maybe that gives you 3 resources of your choice.
Right.
Maybe it gives you some workers back from the pool where you had to spend it. And the buildings are worth points.
Yeah, and then the Queen Palaces, that really feels like it's pulled right out of Splendor because it feels like the nobles in it, because you need permanent resources on your buildings to be able to claim and build one of the Queen Palaces. So that part of it is unfortunately not very novel.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it feels like, well, once we got past this surface level mechanic that seemed neat, it went into a very blandish type experience. Not bad.
No, just
but not engaging in a way that captured the novelty of a bee building kingdom game.
Right. There was a certain point where the theme definitely fell off.
Yeah.
And you were just, I need these colors
with these letters.
Yes, to make points these ways.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, for us, since we played it 2 players, and I don't see us playing it too much more, the rows get stagnant, and this is an issue with a lot of 2-player games. But it's compounded here because you have the resource rows, you have a building row, and you have the queen row. And there could be dissonance between all 3 rows, that whatever resources you can get aren't going to help you build the buildings. And anyways, those buildings won't help you claim the queen cards. So it's just, it gets stuck, and there's no way to refresh them other than you have to put out a bunch of workers and just spend turns gaining resources you don't immediately need, just to move the resource rows along to then just build something to have something in your tableau.
Because this game has to end, right?
Right.
Type of feeling.
So it really was kind of frustrating and a little lackluster at the 2-player count, just because of how slow the area control is to resolve, and then just you're not moving through. You're spending more turns on resources than it feels like building things.
Yeah.
That's about it. So who this is for?
Probably intermediate gamers.
Yeah.
Because they would understand the complexities that come in here. And they might like it, even though it is a game that they've themselves have probably played. It has a nicer footprint.
Yes.
Than a lot of games that will do the same thing, but then they'll hog the entire table.
That is true.
So that is where I think and probably at a higher player count too.
Yeah, that too. It's hard to recommend it at 2 players.
Yeah.
All right, then our ratings.
So for our ratings, we each have 1d6 worth of ratings to give. 1 is low, 6 is high. We give a number, a reason why, and see what it rolled for us. Sarah, what did Propolis roll for you?
It rolled a 3 because it's not bad. It's not great. It has a little bit of a twist that makes it different. And considering I'm not a huge fan of Splendor, I do appreciate something that tries to do something similar but different. And there are other games that have had this kind of thing. Space Explorers is kind of like Splendor but does things differently. It's just what this one does differently just doesn't really work for me, and it doesn't work at the 2-player count for me either. So I think it's okay, and there are going to be people that this is going to be better for than me. So that's where I'm at with a 3.
Yeah, I was thinking about giving it a 4, but I think you convinced me to give it a 3.
I'm sorry, I guess.
Yeah, it's a decent game.
Yeah, it's decent.
It's a competent game.
Yes, I agree.
I'd say there is a good amount of fun to be had here. It's just the way we play on 2 players. It's not ideal.
Yeah.
It does play clunky at the 2-player and needs a little bit more player grease, as in more players to grease the gears of the game.
To keep it going forward.
To keep it moving forward and keep it engaging.
Yeah.
And I did like the thing that I thought sounded interesting. So that was a good surprise.
Yeah.
Which is why I was thinking about giving it a 4, but that's surface level.
Right.
And so after you get past the surface level, you get right to the meat of the game, and the meat of the game is vanilla.
Yep.
So it's a safe game.
Yeah, it's true. It's
affordable game.
It's an affordable, safe game. I think there's a lot of people that will not go wrong by getting this. Just for us and where we're at with our large collection, I don't see us playing this, and so I don't see us keeping it.
And I can also see many people giving it a much higher rating than we have. It's just, it doesn't meet our needs.
Exactly.
And that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
All right, 6 out of 12, which sounds like a lower score than what it probably should be rated at, but that's that's coming from a mostly 2-player household. So just keep that in mind.
Yep.
All right, Sarah.
Yes.
You have bees, you have knees, and you've built a kingdom.
Okay.
Now what?
I don't know. Rinse, repeat. Do the cycle over again. Isn't that how it works?
I guess so. And why is
Circle of life.
And also, why is Propolis so hard to say?
I don't know. I try to avoid saying the word because I can't say Propolis.
Yes, I kept wanting to say Propolis.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, that's a preposterous hypothesis.
Oh, that's true.
Yes. And we've been
Rolling with Reviews.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with 2, that's TWO. We're on Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Discord, we have a channel on Tabletop Express. Check the show notes for the invite link.
If you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.